Hello, this is Power Panda, and we are about to go to the floating continent and destroy the world. But before we do that, there is a side quest that we need to do. We've not been able to do it up until now, because we didn't have Leo in our team. So just check Leo, Terra, Realm, and Strago, that's who's on our team. And we go to Mobliz, to the Wounded Soldier. And we're actually going to back up. One thing to note with this Wounded Soldier side quest that not a lot of people know is that if you swing down to Miranda in between each step, Lola's dialogue changes. So we're going to go see what Lola says before we start off this quest. Piette hasn't sent me back any letters since he's been gone. I'm sick with worry. What I'm going to be doing as I show you this side quest is I'm going to be cutting away. So I'm going to cut back and forth between Piette and Lola just so that you can see the whole thing. Note that to advance this side quest, in order to get a letter to show up after you've sent one, you can talk to any merchant in Mobliz. You can sleep at the inn. You can't sleep in the free bed in the relic shop. That won't do anything for you. And you used to be able to talk to this guy to see the serpent trench. That didn't make any sense to me, so I took that one out, but I left all the others in. Piette, is that you? Remember, Piette is the soldier that he talked to right before you named General Leo. He's the one from Miranda that Leo didn't want to have to deliver the bad news to his girlfriend. General Leo! Sir! Just Leo. I'm a general no more. What happened to you? When I heard that Kefka was going to poison Doma, I tried to catch you and warn you. Kefka sent men after me. They beat me and dumped me over Barren Falls. I survived, but I can't move. Thank you, Piette. You are a better soldier than I ever deserved. I'm sorry that I led you astray. I followed you willingly, sir. I still do. What are your orders? Piette, rest, get well, and return to your loved ones. For now, is there anything I can do for you? On the desk is a letter from Lola. Will you please read it to me? I can't get used to Imperial troopers walking the streets of Miranda, but otherwise things are okay. Flowers are blooming in the garden, telling me spring is here. How are you doing? I'm so worried I wish I could fly to your side. Rest and know that I think about you constantly. Come back to me, Lola. Postage to Miranda is 500 GP. Gonna send a letter for that soldier, right? Send it. Okay, I'm gonna pause, and we're gonna pick up in Miranda. A letter came from him. He's all right. I'd give Lola everything if only I could move. We forgot to advance this quest. So let's just go talk to the armor merchant. Simple as that. Another letter has arrived. Could you read it? I can't find your favorite record. I thought I'd play it and you'd be with me, but... And then here... For 500 GP, you can send a record. Send it. Pause. He sent me a record. I'm so happy. Mother's taken ill. We can't afford medicine. If only we had some potion. I'd like to write her back, but I can't even pick up a pen. For 500 GP, you can send a potion. Send it. He sent a high potion for Mom. He's so kind. You said you were reading a book. If only I could read it too. Now, people who know this quest well will note that the gifts come in a different order. The book, I think, was the last one. And the second to last one was a letter. Like, you started with a letter, and then there was another letter that went in there somewhere. And it was just... I thought the pacing was weird, so I switched so that it starts and ends with a letter. He sent that book. I'll read it every evening before bed. I haven't heard from you. I'm so worried. For 500 GP, you can send a letter. A letter came from him. He's all right. I heard, in my name you sent Lola many things. I wish to thank you. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation. Receive Moogle Charm and Moogle Lure. In the earlier versions of this patch, those were your rewards for defeating the Espers in the Raising of Vector. I have now switched it so that those Espers will give you Hyper Wrist, Earrings, and Atlas Armlet. I've shuffled around a couple of the treasures between the Banquet, the Imperial Castle, and the Imperial Hideout. You'll end up with the same number of items at the end. I've just rearranged where a lot of them occur. Okay, so in the same way that having Terra be the one that found Mobliz in the first place made a lot of sense for the future, having her meet Dwayne and Katrin up here, it just made a lot of sense that this quest, which wasn't tied to any characters in the original game, needed to be tied to Leo. I'm not going to be streaming this, I'm only going to be streaming through the World of Balance, but when you recruit Leo in the World of Ruin, he's the one that's writing letters, and he's writing letters to all of the loved ones of the former soldiers that he's let down. So having him be able to do this in the World of Balance was an early call to that. The other thing I want to call out is just the geography of the town of Mobliz. When you get to the World of Ruin, these trees aren't here, this is how you enter. But just the foresight for them to have all of this down here, all of the shops that you can visit, and most of the NPCs are down below the water line. So the water comes up to here, and you can't get there anymore. And I just thought it was really interesting. I only noticed that after looking back and forth at these maps. Alright, from here, I am going to load up a save that is 2 hours in the future, and we're going to head to the floating continent. So I'll pause while we do that. Okay, here we are. I have skipped several hours into the future. I've gone through and gotten a lot of the World of Balance lores. I've gotten the Intanger Rage, finished off all of the optional content in the World of Balance, and it is time to go to the floating continent. Quick, let's jump onto that thing! Only 3 allowed in your party, the others must stay on board. So I've thought long and hard about who I'm going to bring to the floating continent, and for the purposes of this stream, we are going to bring the main characters, Terra, Locke, and Celis. Leo, I have equipped, and I have him with an Esper, because we are going to... you know what? I should reload from the save and take the Esper off of him. Hold on just a second. because Leo is going to be forced into our party at the end of the floating continent. So we want him equipped, but we don't necessarily want an Esper on him. Really wanted to bring Realm on this since she has Rasp, but I can't miss the opportunity to steal some of these goods. Now we get into the Air Force sequence. Oh, the Imperial Air Force, IAF. We're surrounded. Let's give them a bloody lip. This is why I changed Setzer to having the only free airship in the world, rather than the only airship in the world. Okay, Locke's got Thunderblade and Flame Saber equipped, and it looks like both of them are doing pretty good damage on this guy. I don't remember what all they are immune to and absorb, but we're going to keep Celis out of this battle as much as possible. We're going to keep her in the air, even though we're all in the air. When I was a kid playing this game and playing Final Fantasy IV, I thought if I ended a battle with a character jumped, either Edgar or Mog or Kain in Final Fantasy IV, that they might die. I was so afraid to end a battle while they were still in the air. I look back at that now and I just laugh. You'll note that Locke is actually jumping towards them twice to steal. That is a bug fix. That when he has the bracers equipped, it actually treats each hit as a separate attempt at stealing, in order to make sure that if you successfully steal twice, that you don't get 2 of a rare item or anything like that. Okay. But with my other changes in here where Locke can steal both items from an enemy, that means you could potentially get the rare and the common item at the same time. We're going to keep him mugging. I don't remember if I got everything from this guy. Oh, doesn't have anything. You know, because I'm actually streaming this part with this boss music, it means you're probably gonna have to watch ads, so I'm sorry about that. They're pretty strict about this theme in particular for reasons I don't understand. You'll note I'm also not using Trance with Terra. We are going to use Trance once the boss starts doing its countdown, and we're going to deal with that boss pretty quickly. So I'm building up her transmuter until then. Can, however, use some of this magic. Still got her with the flail. Should probably change that since all of these are pincer battles, but I try to keep Terra in the back row. Probably should put Celis in the back row too. I think that means all 3 of my characters will be in the back. Something curious approaches, which we'll find out in just a second. It's another possible Esper. View... Actually, Locke we're going to keep in the front row and hope for the best. Never realized that Chupon had another face on the back. Not until he got an HD upgrade. Ooh, Celis learned all of her magic. Quick! From here, I want her learning all of that stuff, but I have it on lock. How close is Locke to learning it? Eh, pretty close. I'm gonna have her do Carbuncle stuff. And then use her magic. I'll note that aside from the Battle of Narsh, this is the first time that Terra and Celis have actually seen each other in the entire game. It's kind of funny that in the world of Rune, those two go by without interacting or being in the party together. Locke is doing half the damage with Bolt 2 that Terra does. Let's keep you mugging, boy. With all these ethers we've been stealing, we'll be able to heal up on MP before this final battle. And bring Locke back to life. That'd be nice. Terra has the life magic. Celis is good, we're fine there. Save a state just in case. No, really. This is our last battle. Trust me. He's floating in the sky. Dried meat. It's barely worth it. I lose again! Well, today I brought a pal. Mr. Chupon, come on down! I don't remember what he absorbs. Mr. Chupon's taciturn, but terribly powerful. Dirk, yes! How wonderful! Okay, so... think he absorbs fire. I'm gonna check to see what Locke has in his left hand. Yep, fire. So we are going to take away the flame saber. Well, no, we'll just have Locke attack Ultros. That means it's safe to use Bolt against both of them. Better not irritate him. He gets hungry when he's irritated. I don't have anyone with a True Knight. So let's hope that he survives long enough for... I'll have Celis do that. Terra do a cure too. Now we gotta take off. Well, if we do that, we won't get it against the Imperial. So we're just gonna cast magic with him. And it does restore your HP and MP. Okay, so jump. I'm gonna try to steal from all of these. I don't remember, but it's possible one of them has a chainsaw. Hexether, not chainsaw. I might be thinking of a different enemy. Oh, I mistimed that one. Now is where we have Terra Trance. And because that spec is absorbing magic, we're gonna do as much as we can. Maybe it's not. Maybe it only absorbs magic on itself. Let's risk a bolt too. Nope, it's got permanent runic on it. Oh good, limit ignores defense. Can we get a Cure 2 off? No, we can't. Well, Locke will use Cure 2 on himself. Thankfully Celes was jumping at the time. How she jumps in the air, the mystery of the universe that nobody knows. Now, Terra can't use Limit again, that's a once per battle thing. Okay, there we go. Kefka, Gestalt, and the statues are just ahead. First, we are going to use a tent. And I will sign off here. Well, we'll get Shadow. Down with the Empire. Once I outlived my usefulness, they tried to off me. We thought you were a goner. Is Interceptor alright? He's fine. Come on, let's go. Forget about me. We can't just leave you. Okay. I'm gonna play through the Floating Continent on my own, taking my sweet old time with it, and we'll pick up right before I battle the Atmo weapon. So, see you guys then.